shirt on here. Get outside and talk to you guys. Hi guys, welcome to the Happy Chappy Homestead. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to maintain your homestead and hold a job. So I'm going to get down to the nitty-gritty right after this. Also, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you're all happy and well and full of love. I have a lot to share with you today, and I am super excited. And then we'll read our cards, okay? Hi, welcome to the homestead. My name is Aslan. I'm going to talk to you today about how to maintain your homestead and work. So, what do I know about that? Well, we have a homestead. We're fresh starters. I'm a mom of 3. I also am a virtual assistant. I also homeschool my children. I'm starting a business this spring in our community, Lord willing. So how do I maintain? My husband works full-time as a landscaper, so come the hot months of the year, he is gone a lot. And it's really just up to me and my children to maintain. So how do I do that? How do I do that successfully? And how do I not go crazy? Okay, number 1, keep your eye on the goal. Keep your eye on the reason that you started. Don't take your eyes off that. Let it empower you. Let it guide you. Know why you're doing it, and don't lose sight of it, because you're going to get discouraged. Things are going to get hard. Number 2, have a good support system. Ask for help. Oh my goodness, this is huge. Involve your family. If you have friends and family that are supporting you, involve them, invite them over, or hold a class. If you want to teach people like how to take care of chickens, like go on Facebook and say, hey, I'm going to do like a little learning class for neighbors or friends or whoever going to build a chicken coop looking for help. This day we're going to do this, I'm going to build this on the farm, and also looking to teach people how to take care of animals, whatever animals you have. Or if it's just gardening, do a gardening class. Enlist helpers, ideas, research, just involve people, involve your community. There are people in your community you might not even know of. Just begin to dig around, do your research, find out who's around you. If family and friends won't help you, and you're working and you can afford to hire like a young person on the weekends to do just a couple hours of work for you, to help you, do it. Empower somebody else, because you're going to help somebody else learn skills that, who knows, they might decide, man, I really like this work. Because that's the way it was for me. I was a teenager and I helped a farmer and I just absolutely loved it, but I still never imagined myself being a homesteader. Story for another day. You'd be surprised at what young people are willing to make a few dollars, especially on the weekends. My kids are involved. My teenage daughter, she has chores that she does by herself. She has chores that her and I do together. We do things with all the kids out here together. Involve your kids. Not only is it helpful to you, but is a learning experience for them. Life skills. Anime wants to be a farmer when she grows up, so she's getting all the skills that she needs right here. Bartering is a huge thing in homesteading communities, trading for services, trading for help. If you work early mornings or late nights, you could have someone let your chickens out, put your chickens away, feed your chickens at a certain time of the day. And when you do this, you can barter with them. You might have enough to pay them money, but you might not. So you could barter with them eggs. If you have chickens and you need them fed once a day, or you need somebody to let them out once a day, or to put them away, you could barter some eggs every week. So whatever supply that you get of eggs from your chickens, trade their services for some eggs. If you have meat chickens and you plan on, killing those chickens at the end of the season, and you have somebody helping you, you could barter a few free chickens to put in their freezer that are homegrown and healthy. I mean, what better payment? Or if you have a garden, barter someone's services with home-raised vegetables or fruit. There are different ways to be able to maintain. One important thing is scheduling, and take it from a procrastinator that you will not survive if you don't schedule at least somewhat. So right now our chicken coop is kind of covered up a little bit, but here's one thing that helped us immensely last year, and that is an automatic chicken coop door. So my husband works full-time, and there are times of the year that I am so busy with kids and my own work and my own things that I just don't have the time to get out here and either get the chickens out or put them away. We do manage to be able to feed them. So having that automatic chicken door that's scheduled at whatever time that you want the chickens to go out and be put back up, and it's solar powered, that was worth every single penny that you will spend on it, believe me. But it is possible to maintain. You just have to get creative. You have to think outside of the box. Number one, don't get discouraged. I went through a time when I was a single mom and we couldn't afford my chickens anymore. I had had chickens probably about 6 months to a year. I couldn't afford to keep them anymore. And so I had to let them go. That was a really hard decision. But I knew my boundaries. And there was no support team. I had no support team at that time. There was no one to help me. And I couldn't afford to hire anyone. So I knew my boundaries. I knew my limits. I knew at that point it was time to let go. And sometimes, unfortunately, it's time to let go. However, the story wasn't over for me. A few years later, actually a year later, I got married. And now, look what we have. We have our own laying hens. We have our own goats. We have our own meat chickens in the freezer that we ourselves killed. Next year, we should have our own goat milk, I hope. That's the plan. I'm determined this year to have an abundant garden. It's going to be hard work. And I'm going to ask for help. And I'm going to enlist my kids. And I'm going to talk to my community. Another resource that, again, if you have the extra money, we use Abundant Plus. We're members. And is owned and run by Justin Rhodes. And he's the one that inspired us in the beginning to even do meat chickens a year ago. Such a helpful resource. I mean, everything there at our fingertips if we need it. We can ask questions, we can get blueprints, we can watch how-to videos. That is part of our community of help. But we also have neighbors that we can ask. We have friends, we have family, we have each other, we have, determination, we have things. But if you don't have things, then you're going to need a resource like that. On the website, it has like a list of people, in your state or close to your area. There's like a contact list, and you can kind of get in on that. It's a really cool feature. We haven't actually had to use that yet, but, who knows? And once you start digging, and once you start researching, and once you start reaching out of your comfort zone, and you begin to talk to people, and you begin to get in, like Facebook goat pages, and, Facebook chicken pages, and Facebook permaculture pages, and I mean, there's so much out there as far as information and everything that are literally at our fingertips, not to mention YouTube and Google. There are so many content creators out there that do so much, that share so much, and there's always a way. There's always a way. Someone always will know. Always ask for help. If you have any questions, I'm a pretty creative person. I'll respond to your comments and your questions. There's just a world of opportunities and ideas out there for homesteading folks that have to work too. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed our little talk. I'm going to start doing more of this. I hope this was helpful. I think the next video I'm going to do is about starting a homestead from scratch and starting a garden bed from scratch. So, not sure which one I'm going to do first. So I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of Valentine's Day with my kids and my family. Our chores are done, our work is done, so now it's time for fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, because it helps to support our homestead. And paying it forward, I believe, is a thing. So you pay forward kindness, and that kindness will return to you. I believe that 100%. Thank you guys for watching.